Like, subscribe, and leave a comment. So here's your review of AEW Dynamite, the week commencing the 30th of December 2024. Happy New Year to everybody. I believe there's no more Rampage, I believe, but we'll see what happens. So it starts with Jon Moxley saying he's done what he's done to this company. He hates the AEW title. It keeps it in a briefcase. And it also calls out Cope, or Adam Copeland. But I think his name is Cope now, so we'll just go with Cope. Then Cope and the FDR call out Jon Moxley and said they're coming for him. So let's see what happens next. Then we go into our first match, which is Orange Cassidy versus Hangman Adam Page. Really good match. Go and watch it. Obviously, Hangman Adam Page, the former world champion. Orange Cassidy, the former international champion. But in the end, Hangman got the victory. Then we have Jay White. Basically, he's not happy he didn't win the AEW title at World's End. He calls out Wheeler Yuta for getting involved, said he's going to come for him, but he's still coming for the gold regardless. Then we have the Hurt Syndicate. We hurt people versus the Acclaimed. The Acclaimed seem to be very dysfunctional right now. I don't know what's going on with them. They're not gelling anymore. Really good match. Go and watch it. You got to see the almighty Bobby Lashley, the gold standard, Shelton Benjamin, and they got the victory. That's the Hurt Syndicate. Then we have Swerve Strickland, said he's ready to get his title back and he's ready to step up in the triple threat match later on and go back to the top. Then we have Jamie Hayter versus Julia Hart in a really good match. These two have been going back and forth for a little while, but in the end, due to some mist to the eyes, Julia Hart gets the victory underhandedly. Then we have Mercedes Moné come out. She gloats over a recent win at World's End. And then they show a video package of what she's done so far in AEW. Really good stuff. And then she says she's ready for Tokyo Dome to face Mina. So let's see what happens. Then we have Roderick Strong versus Whose House? Swerve Strickland versus Jay White in a triple threat match to position himself, I believe, at #1 within the gauntlet match. I think it's next week. Really good triple threat match. Go and watch it. 3 awesome wrestlers and a former champion, Swerve Strickland. But in the end, due to interference from Ricochet taking out Swerve, Jay White gets the victory. So it positions himself really well. Then we have Ricochet attacking Swerve Strickland after Annie attacks Nana as well with scissors. Then we have Jeff Jarrett coming out. We thought he was going to retire, but instead, well, he didn't come out. He was talking to Jeff Jarrett was talking to Sanjay and Karen and Jay Lethal, saying he needs to go and do something. So let's see what he does. But he comes out later. Spoiler alert. Then we have Mariah May calling out the women's division. Says she wants someone to step up. She wants to see someone to do some work to actually face her. You now need to earn it. Then Jeff Jarrett comes out. Basically, I thought he was going to retire. He gives us a history of his, I guess like a wrestling history lesson, basically, on his family, on his career. But then he says he's not going to retire, but he's signed a new contract, and this will be his last wrestling contract he's signed. So let's see what happens there. Then we have Hook calling out Christian Cage. Let's see what happens there. Then we have Powerhouse Hobbs versus 2 guys. Obviously, he squashes them. Powerhouse Hobbs gets the victory, looking dominant. Then the Learning Tree get called out by rated FTR. I'll get used to that. Then we have MJF calling out Jon Moxley, said he wants his title back, and that's all he wants is his title. He doesn't care about anything else. Then in the main event, it's the Death Riders versus Cope and FTR, or rated FTR. Really good match. Go and watch it. And in the end, Cope got the victory.